Hello gamers, welcome back to the inn. I'm Rob and we're going to be taking a look at my Mech Shaman deck. Really fun deck to play. As normal, we'll be playing 3 ranked games and then we'll see how we do. The deck list should be on the right hand side when the game starts. And I've got the deck list open up in another tab that I'll glance over when we've got dry spots, and I'll talk about the deck list a little so we can clear up the end where I normally talk about the deck. We're going to be getting rid of the Mana Tide Totem and the Powdered Sky Golem. We don't need card advantage right now, and we don't need the late game drop, and it replaced it with a 4 drop and a 2 drop. Really nice, really nice. So turn 1, we've got nothing to do. Turn 2 is when the excitement starts and the Power Mace will happen if I can't seem to get any other creature in my hand. So yep, 2 Spider Tanks. I'm going to end my turn here. He's probably just going to summon a totem. Yep. So far we've made it to rank 9, as you can see in the corner. I've got a Warlock deck in the makings, and also I think I'm going to revamp my Warrior deck. I already posted one up there, but I think I'm going to change it around a little bit and make it more early game. So as we saw, I coined and I attacked with my mace, and it's going to heal me for 5. Next turn, I've got the option of a Spider Tank or my Warper. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. It depends on what he does. I know if I attack whatever he plays, if he plays, yep, he's going to play the Harvest Golem. So I'll be able to kill the Harvest Golem, and whatever creature I decide to play, it's going to give it 2/2. So I got Trog. So I can play the Warper, and then if I play that Warper, the next turn I'll have 4 mana, and I'll be able to play 2 Spider Tanks back to back. But if I play a Spider Tank now, I won't be able to do that next turn. Well, I'll be able to play one of each. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Warper, swing on the Harvest Golem. It's going to give my Warper now, it's going to be a 4/5. So it's going to be a little bit for him to get rid of. He's going to have to kill his 2/1 and his 1/1 and Lightning Bolted. Or he could just kill with a 2/1 and Lightning Bolt, depending on what he's got in his hand. Or he could Crackle and it'll just do 6 damage. Whatever he feels like doing. Or he can silence it. There's plenty of things this Shaman can do. Oh, okay, he can just use 1 mana and give it Rock Biter Weapon. That's cool. Alright, so that didn't work out according to plan at all. He's down to 4 cards in hand though, and I've got 6. So it does look semi-good. So I'm going to throw down my Taunt and end my turn. This card is actually, normally if it was just a 2/5 with Taunt, I wouldn't care, but it can't be targeted by hero powers or spells. So it really, it's hard for them to break through this if I don't allow them to get a lot of creatures on the field, which for the most part, this deck does have field control. From turns 3 to 5 is where this deck really excels. So it looks like he's got a full field of totems, which it's not really, that's not so swell. So I'm going to throw down my tank, I'm going to use my passive, give me a totem, and I'm going to kill his spell power totem. Whenever a Shaman has that spell power totem up, kill it. It's just not worth the 2 damage dealing it to him directly to leave that totem up. It really isn't. Like that totem, if he Lightning Stormed, he would have killed everything on my field besides my 2/5, leaving it at 1 damage. Or 1 health, and then he would have killed it with his 1/1 totem. But he was able to bring back the spell power totem because he had 2 out of the 4 anyway, so the chances were 50-50. But either way, just make sure you can kill that spell power totem. So he wasted his Crackle on my Spider Tank, which is fine. So it looks like he might have been playing a Rush Shaman, but he just didn't get the hand he needed because that normally with that Spider it's run mostly in Rush decks. So I'm going to throw the Spider Tank down, the Mana Tide Totem to get more card advantage because he really isn't playing anything big. I think I might, I've got 2 Lightning Storms, so I'll use one next turn, but I'll still get rid of the Spell Power Totem just to make, yeah, I'm going to use this also to get rid of his 1/1. And so it makes him think I don't have field clear, so hopefully next turn he'll fill up his field even more, so I can get rid of some of these freaking Lightning Storms. And let's see if that can bait him into it, because obviously if I just attacked him directly and left everything on the field, then he would think, oh, he's got field clear. But it made it look like I didn't. When you're playing in this low of a rank though, I mean, I'm not going to say this is super low because it's not. But if you're playing against people who actually, they've got some sort of pulse and they can breathe oxygen without thinking about it, you definitely, even if you can do something sometimes, it might not be the best idea to just go ahead and just play every card just because you can. You kind of have to think about it. So it looks like we might Lightning Storm just to clear up his field. I'm not sure that, or we can try, yeah, he has no big creatures down, so Trog would really be a good choice to right here. I didn't notice that he just had 1/1s, so it's not really that big of a deal. So Trog, to me, honestly, he's a broken card. Whenever he casts a spell, it gives me a 3/5, and then whenever it says any other, he casts a spell, that creature gets +2 attack, if that makes sense. So this guy summons them, and then those creatures that he summons gets attack buff when he casts spells. Jesus, talking way too fast now. So he killed my taunt, my defenses are down, but he's got nothing to play here. I mean, it's his 5 cards in hand to my 5 cards in hand, but I've got 2 pretty beefy creatures on the field. So, what are you gonna do? So if he plays any sort of spell, there it is. So he played a spell, it's gonna summon another one like so. So it automatically goes 1 for 1, and he's still on the field. He's still a 6/5, so he's still a force to be reckoned with. It's gonna be stupid if he casts Hex now. Oh my god. That was kind of silly. I mean, so he used 2 cards to get rid of 0 cards on my side of the field. So now it's his 3 cards in hand to my 6. I can tell you it is not going in the favor. I drew Bloodlust, but if I Bloodlust, it wouldn't have been enough to kill him. So I think I'm just gonna build up my field, and then next turn, if he doesn't kill anything, I'll Bloodlust from there. And I'll swing directly with 6, I'll swing directly with 3, and end my turn. So if he doesn't kill anything next turn, it's gonna be GG with that Bloodlust. Because just right off the bat, it's 15 damage, not counting anybody's attack, just the +3. So he Mana Tide, he's gonna summon a normal totem. If it's the taunt, nope, it's spell power. I don't think he has a Lightning Storm. It would suck if he did. Nope, he's gonna give them taunt. And that's GG, because I'm just gonna Lightning Storm. So we can, we'll use a totem. Whoops. Shit. I meant to use a totem, but I didn't. My bad. It probably, if I would have got the spell power totem, which I probably would have gotten, it would have killed his remaining field. So I'm gonna swing, get rid of that taunt, give these creatures the +3 attack, and then I'm gonna swing for 6, swing for 9, and then a GG for that rest of the 3. That actually worked out quite nice, even though, as you can see, I made that mistake. Don't make that mistake. It happens to me all the time because I normally don't play Shaman, but just remember, you can get that spell power totem like I was talking about earlier, and it really will help you, definitely when you Lightning Storm. So heading on to game number 2. So far, so good. Let's talk about my drops. First drop we got is the Earth Shock. There's no other silence in this deck, so having 2 of these I think is pretty mandatory, whether they play Loot Hoarder or a Leper Gnome or just the Windrunner, the epic that whenever it dies, she takes one of your creatures. It's just good to have some sort of silence in the deck. And this beginning hand, let's just say, sucks balls. So I'm going to get rid of Bloodlust and Lightning Storm. It's going to really suck if this Warlock is playing Rush, but normally this ranking, you don't see any more Warlock Rush. It's just not a thing. You're going to see that legendary Warlock deck where they play Mountain Giants and Molten Giants, and I actually have a deck guide on that deck. Really fun to play, really freaking broken, and really annoying to go against because you just have to rush the shit out of it. Like, you have to be able to get it down to at least half health to 10 health by turn 4 or 5, and then maybe get bursted down with spells past then. If you don't get the burst in, you will lose. So we're gonna start off with summoning the Warper, and next turn I'll be able to summon the other Warper and then a Spider Tank, and then hopefully we'll be able to draw another mech. So sack 2, draw 1, obviously. Turn 3, we can expect to see a coin in a Twilight Drake. That's just what he does. So played those 2, like I said, deal 2 damage. So coin and Twilight Drake is probably what we're gonna see here. It's just a standard stupid ass, oh, an Ogre Brute. All right, not really what I expected, but still good. It's not as bad as what I thought. I'd rather deal with a 4/4 than like a 4/8 or whatever ridiculousness that it normally does. So I'm gonna play a totem. I'm gonna give all of these guys crazy buffs. Ooh, that's really good. So 2 of my guys got Wind Fury, 1 of them got Divine Shield, and the totem getting Divine Shield. I would have rather get that totem had Taunt, but whatever. So swing for 4, swing for 4 with that guy, swing for 3. I could attack the Brute, but either way, he's just gonna attack one of my guys next turn and kill it. So he's down to 15 health by turn 4. That was the original plan I had set from the beginning. He's gonna kill one of my Wind Fury guys, that's fine. Next turn, I can kill him with a power mace, or I can hex whatever he brings out. Or if he plays some low creatures, which I really don't think he will, I can lightning storm. So lightning storm really not that important when you're playing a warlock. All right, well, at least particularly this specific warlock deck, I think he's playing. He hasn't played anything. He hasn't played the Twilight Drakes, the Mountain Giants, and Molten Giants. But that's just because he hasn't gotten that low health yet for the Molten Giants, and he hasn't apparently drawn a Twilight Drake. So he's probably debating on whether he should sack 2 to draw 1 right now. That's probably his big decision of the day. All right, so let's talk about some more cards in this deck. We're down to Crackle. This is pretty much in replace of your Lightning Bolt. 3 to 6 damage, and then when you have your Shadow Flame. Oh man, that did some work. All right, well, my 2 Divine Shield people lived. And we got the Mana Tide Totem. That's good. So like I said, we have to rush him down. So I didn't play Mana Tide because card advantage is not my priority right now. Taking him down to 0 health as quickly as possible is my priority. So if I would have Mana Tide, it wouldn't have allowed me to do 3 damage. So we'll see how that ends up in the end of the game. But I think this will treat me right in the long run. So what he's gonna coin Siphon Soul? Yep, there it is. So, okay, so this is gonna probably be GG right here. Bloodlust, if that gives us 6, 7, and then 7 plus 3 is 10, he's at 11. Wow, he's left at 1 freaking health. Damn. All right, so we're just gonna Mana Tide, summon a normal totem, swing for 1 and end my turn because I don't have a mech on the field. We'll save Bloodlust for next turn if he doesn't play any taunt creatures. So in hopes he'll play like a Twilight Drake. Actually, he'll probably play a Twilight Drake and a Sun Fury Protector next to it. Or maybe he actually could probably play 2 Molten Giants and a Sun Fury Protector next to it. Or an Argent Defender, or whatever that's called. Hopefully he doesn't play his 8/8s. If he does, I can hex 1. I can deal with 1 8/8. Oh, there's the Twilight Drake. Here's the Ironbeak Owl. And he is out of mana, he loses. So I'm gonna be a jerk. I'm gonna throw down my Flame Tongue Totem in between these guys, and I'm gonna Bloodlust. And I wonder how much damage I could do. That's a good chunk. That's 15. It's like 17 or 18 damage in 1 turn just because of totems. None of these are actually creatures on the field. It's just pure totems, which is broken. Which is the really good portion about this deck. Like, you don't need creatures. You've got totems and Bloodlust. That's all you really need. So that was our second game. We've defeated the Legendary Warlock, even though I don't think he got the right hand, or he was just playing it stupid, or he pre-built it. I don't know what it was. I'm glad we were able to make it through that. You can see, though, how quickly this deck moves, though. We've won because of Bloodlust twice now, and that's a really good spell. 2 of them just seems to be too much, though. 1 of them, you always draw it when you need it. So we're playing against a mage named Rock. What an original name, Rock. So we're gonna get rid of the 4 for 2/5 because we're not about that. We are gonna get a Spider Tank. So Crackle, Spider Tank, Piloted Shredder, really nice hand, and the Mech Warper. So really nice beginning hand. I feel like this is gonna be the beginning of the end for this mage. This is an ideal hand right here. We've got Field Clear, we've got 2 drops, we've got 3 drops, and 4 drops. So while he goes again, Flame Tongue Totem, True Drop, give each minion on the side of this 2+3 attack. This is absolutely insane. You have to play Flame Tongue Totem, especially if you've got the Zap-O-Matic, which I just drew in my hand. Those 2, if you coin Zap-O-Matic turn 1, turn 2 play Flame Tongue next to it, you can do 10 damage on turn 2. Absolutely crazy. So as we see, you saw me play my Mech Warper first. That is because I've got a lot of mechs in my hand, and if he doesn't kill it, I'm going to be able to play... Let's see it here. Wow. Okay, so since we drew 2 Mech Warpers, if I play 1, it'll make my Piloted Shredder 2, and then my Zap-O-Matic will be worth none. So we can play 4 creatures on turn 3, in essence. Or we could Spider Tank. No, because it wouldn't be enough for a totem too. Because I was thinking maybe Spider Tank, Zap-O-Matic, and a totem. That'd be 5 creatures on turn. So we're just gonna go with the Shredder and then play the Zap-O-Matic. And yeah, I think that's a pretty broken turn 3. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know how a mage would personally stop this. So I killed this his Mad Scientist just cuz, and I don't know what he's gonna do. With 3 mana up, that's what he's gonna do, concede. Like, honestly, the Zap-O-Matic, 6 damage, 4 damage, 2 damage, and I can continuously play any mechs. that I want for the price of 0. So that was a really quick third game. So we can end it here, or we can go into a fourth game since that third game was just kind of pitiful. What do I feel like doing? What do you guys want to do? You know what? Let's hit a fourth game. I don't think you guys deserve better than that. So let's go in for another game. So while we are waiting for this game to start up, let's take a look at more cards in this deck. The Mech Warper, you've seen why that's good. It's all your mechs cost 1 less. That just it's a win in my book. It's a win in your book, and it's just a broken card. It definitely helps you that early game, which is where this deck again excels. This is early game to mid game. It's not really a late game deck, as you can see. What's in our hand? So we've got a Mana Tide, Totem, Power Mace, Lightning Storm. So we're going to get rid of the 6, the 3, and the 3. We're going to keep the Power Mace. The rest of those cards really didn't help us out that early in the game. Again, we got the Piloted Sky Golem, but it really doesn't matter because we were able to get the Zap-O-Matic and the Flame Tongue Totem, which is a combination I told you guys about in the previous game. So I'm going to coin, like I said, play the Zap-O-Matic, and if he doesn't kill this Zap-O-Matic, it is doing 10 damage to his face next turn, which is, I don't know, maybe a third of his health on turn 2. And then after that, it's Power Mace, so if he plays anything, it dies, 10 more damage. Like it's, oh, that is the one card that could have stopped me. Wow. There's really no way around that card. If I attack it, it dies, but if I summon a totem, and it's the Taunt Totem, then I will be able to kill that card next turn with my Power Mace, and it'll only deal 1 damage. So let's see. Not the right card. Alright, well, obviously, I'll just end my turn, and hopefully he doesn't attack my Zap-O-Matic. That's just what I hope. He probably is, though. That's going to be annoying. So heading down to more cards in the deck, the Whirling Zap-O-Matic is a 2-drop, 3/2 with Wind Fury. It's too good to be true, honestly. It's a crazy card to give Shamans, and the Wind Fury just gives it. It's just, for a 2-drop, you literally cannot beat this card. It is so good. Power Mace, this is probably one of the most broken weapons. This is a mech deck, so whenever it death rattles, gives him a random mech 2/2. So good. So we're going to use our weapon, attack, kill his 2/2, and end my turn. Next turn, hopefully we can draw some sort of 4-drop mech. Ideally, a Piloted Shredder would be awesome. A Spider Tank would be good, but we'll see what we get. If nothing drops, worst case, we throw down a normal totem and a Flame Tongue Totem. So talking more about the deck, Hex, this is essential in any Shaman deck. This is the best. This is better than, I kind of want to say it's better than Sheep, because Sheep costs 4 and this costs 3, and this gives them no attack. It gives them the 0/1 taunt, so they can't even do anything with it. Lava Burst, this is your pretty much fireball of the Shaman deck. It's a 3-cost, deal 5 damage. Overload 2, I have 2 of these just because it's huge burst potential. Okay, so he's given me no choice here. I've got 2 Lightning Storms. I'm not going to waste these on 1 creature. And I normally don't waste a weapon when I don't have a mech on the field, but at this, I have to kill that 4/3. There's no way around it. So unfortunately, my weapon's Death Rattle didn't do what it was supposed to do, but you can't, it's whatever. So, Flame Tongue Totem down, we got our Spell Power Totem, so he's probably going to do whatever he can to either kill the spell and the Flame Tongue. Those are 2 definitely totems that he wants to get rid of. Those are probably the 2 most annoying totems, besides the Mana Tide. Heading back down the list, Lightning Storm, great field clear card. I mean, I haven't played a lot of Rush, but whenever it seems that I need to clear the field, I draw this card. Unfortunately, I have 2 in my hand right now, which really sucks, but whatever. So he played his 5/2 weapon. That's annoying because he was able to kill my Flame Tongue Totem. But I'm going to now I got my taunt, so I was going to put it in between. So now he has to waste his weapon to take 2 damage, and he doesn't even kill what he wants to kill. See, again, my field is completely filled up with totems, not even any normal creatures, and they're doing work. Ooh, 2 Armor Smiths. And what are you going to silence? So he silenced the Flame Tongue, which is ideal right now, because now I can Lightning Storm, and hopefully it'll deal 4 damage to everybody on his side of the field. I want to get those armor smiths gone immediately. It would really suck though if it did 1 damage to each and the armor smiths like give them crazy armor. So 1, and then the other one's gonna go off, and that one's gonna take damage, the other one's gonna go off. So 6 armor when you only had 2 armor smiths, not that big of a deal. I've seen warriors get up to 20 plus armor because they have 2 armor smiths on the field, and they constantly whirlwind and the death's bite weapon. So 6 armor I can deal with. And the card advantage now is real. I've got 4 cards on field, 5 cards in hand to his 3 cards in hand to his 1 card on field, and I'm giving him that 1 card on field because of his weapon. I feel a whirlwind coming. Nope, no mana. And he's gonna kill the taunt. There he goes. Okay. Okay, so from here, I can Lava Burst and summon a weapon, or summon a totem. Or I can Silence and summon a Spider Tank, but then he still has a 2/3 to attack with, which I don't really want him. That Berserker, if it gets out of hand, yeah, let's just get rid of the Berserker is what I'm thinking. Let's see what totem he gives me. Oh, another Taunt Totem. So I guess we could have Spider Tank Totem, but it's not really that big of a deal. So my 6 cards in hand, 4 on field to his 3 cards in hand. As you can see, this deck takes complete control from early game being from turn 3 to about turn 6, turn 7. That's where turn 8 on is pretty late game. And if we've got plenty of field control and hand control, so if he plays anything big, it's getting silenced, it's getting lightning stormed, it's getting taken down. I'm gonna Lightning Storm. It's hopefully gonna deal 4 damage to that Berserker. Yes, indeed it did. And now I'm gonna play a Spider Tank. Can't even attack with anything because my Flame Tongue Totem is silenced. Again, it's just not looking good for this warrior. He does have 38 he does have 38 health technically, but I can see it being taken down very, very quickly. So now he has fucking 40 armor or 40 health. It's freaking ridiculous. Okay, so before I play a creature, obviously I'm going to attack the ghoul. I'm gonna summon in a Piloted Sky Golem, and I'm gonna end my turn. So what you gonna do? Deathbite, kill the taunt. Oh, he's gonna execute the taunt and then kill the Piloted Sky Golem. Yep. And what did the Piloted Sky Golem, and it gave me a 4/3. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, so I'm gonna summon a. I can summon. Yeah, I'm gonna summon a 4/3. Put down another totem, which is gonna be a healing totem. Swing for 2, or swing for 3, swing for 4, and my turn's gonna heal everything up 1. I guess that was kind of pointless. I probably should have let my Flame Tongue Totem and my Mana Tide Totem die because they can't really do anything. They're just silenced. They're sitting there just like ducks. So I can see him using his Death's Bite to attack the, it's either gonna be the Beast or it's gonna be the Shredder. Let's see what he attacks. The Beast it was. And it's gonna deal 1 damage to everything on the field. I feel like if I was a priest right now and this thing was healing all of the cards on the field every turn, I would deck myself out very, very quickly. And honestly, I have no idea why I haven't played the other Piloted Sky Golem in my hand. There's not a reason. At this point in time, I'm just trying to, I'm just playing whatever. I mean, he's down to 1 card in hand and he just conceded. Yeah, there's no way for him to win there. So, 4 wins in a row, pretty much. I mean, the Mage kind of gave us a short game. So let's go over more cards in this deck. We are now 2 stars into rank 8. Mana Tide Totem, just 1 of these is fine. 2 of these is too much. Normally you have hand control anyway, but this just pushes you over the edge. Spider Tank, a brilliant 3-drop. It's a 3/4. This has been in most of my decks so far, along with the Piloted Shredder. You'll see them, they're super good. They always go at least 1 for 1. The X1 it's pretty much just so they can't get to your Warpers and your Whirling Zap-O-Matics. It's just that little taunt card for when you need it. Enhance-O-Matic is so fun to use with your totems because it normally gives them either Divine Shield or Taunt, and then so they can't even attack your creatures until they get through your totems, and your totems aren't creatures anyway, so it just buys you time. Piloted Shredder, I've gone over it, brilliant card. Bloodlust, only 1 of these bad boys, play 2 of them, you're going to draw it too much. Piloted Sky Golem, you've seen this in all my decks. You'll continue seeing it. If you can get any epic, this is the epic to get. Piloted Sky Golem, guys. Piloted Sky Golem. Broken. And then Trogger, people underestimate this guy, but he always goes 1-for-1, and he catches them off guard. I mean, who plays Trogger? And then they see this guy, they're like, oh, I'm just going to hex him. And then all of a sudden a 3-5 comes out, and they cast another spell, and he turns into a 5-5. It's just like, what the hell just happened? So that wraps up this Shaman deck. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, throw that sub, throw that thumbs up. It really does help me out. Feel free to leave any comments in the section below. I'll answer them when I have time, which will be pretty much right when you post it. I have plenty of time for you guys. That's why I'm making these videos. So with that said, thank you for stopping by the inn. I'm Rob, and happy whatever the hell day it is.